This is Bob Sansevere with TwinCities.com. Web sports producer Kevin Cusick. Kevin, the Twins made a decision that, frankly, it surprised a few people. Everyone thought that they would want Joe Mauer to play a little bit more at first base. Now it's not a little bit more. He is a permanent first baseman, and he's done as a catcher. That surprised you? It surprised me a bit.
Well, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they're trying to reduce the amount of catching because of the concussion issue and also the wear and tear issue. The problem the Twins have now is they have a $23 million first baseman almost in perpetuity who averages 10 homers a year. That's not an ingredient for putting together a winning team in, under $100 million payroll. So they're going to have to find power somewhere else than first base position. Are they going to overpay in the free agent market for, infielders? Are we counting on Miguel Sano, hitting 40 homers or?
Well, they better count on something. But if he hits for a good average, and by good, in the 325 or above, and he can knock in over 100 RBI, you could almost get by with not having the home runs. You want him, because a corner position should be producing home runs and that kind of power. But if you can get batting average and get runs in, he hits a lot of doubles.
Sure.
But he has to have guys on base, and that could be the bigger issue. Where are these guys going to come from to be on base in front of him?
You basically have Mark Grace, a better hitting Mark Grace. And how many World Series did the Cubs win during the Mark Grace era?
How many have they won in the Joe Mauer era, too? The other thing about Mauer is they almost need to put him in a protective bubble because players get hurt at first base. They dive. There's groin injuries, hamstring injuries. And Justin Morneau, he had a concussion that came out of diving for a ball. So it's not like suddenly all the issues are gone for his health.
Sure, and you remember Corey Koski, his career ended on what has to be one of the most innocuous-looking concussions when he was playing for Milwaukee. He just kind of fell going for a pop fly, and pretty much it ended his career. So if you're going to have serious concussion issues going forward at Joe Mauer, you will find trouble at first base just as easily as you will at catcher. He's still, I'd be a little hesitant to go diving around too willy-nilly. Speaking
of finding trouble, how's this for a transition? I think that your Vikings are going to find trouble. Your Vikings, not your Vikings.
When did they become my Vikings?
Not your Vikings. Your Vikings are going to find trouble in Seattle in the form. Well, first of all, it's a team with one loss. But I have a feeling that Percy Harvin, who will make his Seahawks debut against the Vikings, is going to be looking to do some damage, some serious damage against his old team.
Yeah, I think that they're not going to throw him out there for every play because they want to ease him into the lineup. But I think Pete Carroll's the kind of coach that wants to rub that into the Vikings. So I think we're going to see a lot of Percy Harvin in, say, the red zone. And, if those of us who have Percy Harvin on our fantasy teams can look forward to at least one touchdown against his old team, which he will celebrate tastefully.
Will he run it in or make the catch? Or they're not going to have him returning kicks?
No.
That's too soon for that.
I think a nice little pass over the middle from about the 10-yard line.
All right, we'll see if that happens. Now, the Gophers. What they have done is remarkable, and there's so many levels to this story. 8-2, 4 wins in a row in the Big Ten. People are excited for the first time. Frankly, I don't remember people being this excited about a Gopher team, and it's a great story because I don't really see why they should change, and I don't know that they would. Most coaches are superstitious, so that would mean for Jerry Kill, stay up in the coach's box.
Stay where you are.
And let Tracy Claeys take care of business down on the field.
Yeah, they have the nice heating and air conditioning up in the press box, a beverage service or whatever. It's much better for him as he's, getting better.
There's also another issue that comes into play. By him being in the press box, if there was another issue where he would have another seizure, his players don't have to witness it. And that would be important. In terms, because I don't care what they say or what you would say, it has to impact on these kids when they see that. And I don't think anyone could let it go. It wouldn't be normal to just say, okay, we'll brush this aside and just move forward.
At least at this point, you don't want to mess with a good thing. And they've played so well under Tracy Claeys that, just leaving him in charge on the sidelines with the input he's getting on the headset from Kill seems to be the way to go. They're facing, everyone's all excited about 8-2. But they've got easily their 2 toughest games of the season coming up, Wisconsin coming here and then going to Michigan State. Clearly, if they win one of those 2 games, then you're talking New Year's Day Bowl, probably in Florida. A good showing in both games, even if they lose, then you're 8-4, and the program is just at a level it hasn't been since the middle of the Glenn Mason.
Well, we'll throw this out. On the road, Wisconsin, which is coming to TCF Bank Stadium, 2-2 on the road. Ohio State was one of those.
And one of them
Lost
was
for
the Arizona
Arizona.
State game
Yep.
that the referees stole from Badgers,
So
as we all recall.
this is going to be an interesting one. After they have a bye week and then they play Wisconsin. Vikings, as we said, are going to be in Seattle, and it's going to be a while yet to see Joe Mauer at first base, but it's going to be very interesting to see how he does there and if he can keep his health. This is Bob Sansevere with Kevin Cusick, TwinCities.com, web sports producer, at the Loop now. Go to the Loop, go there, go often, don't ever stop. It's up 24/7, as is my blog, by the way, Sansevere's Huddle. So what are you waiting for? You
Wait to
watch
plug.
this, now go watch the blog and take a look at the Loop. Bye now.
I think I know what we're editing out.